Hi ECC kids, it's time again for gardening with Mr. Steve. Hope everybody's doing well and that you had a fun Passover and ate lots of matzah and everything else and some matzah balls. I ate matzah balls too. I made some matzah balls. So let's see how the garden is doing. But first, you know who's not here with us? Mr. Mickey. Mr. Mickey's still sick, but he's getting better. Everybody, I want you to say, "Get well, Mr. Mickey." 1, 2, 3. Okay, thanks. I hope he hears you and that he gets well so he can come back and work on the garden with us too. So let's see what we have over here. This is where we planted the really tiny carrot seeds. Remember that? They were just big, almost the same size as a grain of sand. So let's see how they're doing. We have a lot of green. Look how big they got. The carrots have been growing. And have you been growing too? I think so. Let's take a look at one of them. I'm gonna dig it up real carefully. And let's see what we got. Look at the little tiny carrot that's on here. It still has a long way to grow. Remember what we said? The green goes up and the orange goes down. So even though there's a lot of green, the carrot part is still little. So we'll check back again in several weeks and see how it's doing, and then we'll be able to harvest the carrots and take them over to Daystar, the food bank, so some of the families that don't have enough money for food right now will have some fresh vegetables. I hope you've been eating your fresh vegetables at home too. Well, let's see what we have down here. Look how big the collard greens got. Remember the collard greens? Well, we're gonna have to pick some of them today. And remember how we pick them? We grab it here near the end and we push down and we snap it. Look how big that is. And this is good for making soup and other kinds of things. So we're gonna take some of these, some of the big ones down here. We're gonna snap them off, put them in the bag. Look at those collard greens. And they're growing really fast and really nice because what's up there that helps them to grow? The sun. Yep, we have sun, we have water, and we have food. We have some of the food that they eat mixed in the soil, and we add some food to it because they have to eat too, just like you have to eat to grow. So let's look down here. We have some more collard greens here. These are smaller, but they're growing nicely too. We have some collard greens in there that we planted, and I planted some little carrots in there, and so they have a long way to go. And over here, we have green peppers, and they're growing nicely too. Let's see if we can find a little baby green pepper. Look at that little baby green pepper right there. It's not even as big as my finger, and it's gonna get about this big in a few weeks. And this will be a nice green sweet pepper. And over here, we have some more collards. And over here we have our tomato plants. And look how big the tomato plants got in just a few weeks that you haven't been here. But what happened to the green tomatoes? Do we pick tomatoes when they're green? No, we wait till they're, what color? Right, when they're red. Then we can pick the tomatoes. What do we have over here? We got tomatoes that are turning red. So we're gonna pick these tomatoes and they'll continue to get nice and red. Isn't that a real pretty tomato? And we're gonna put that in the bag over here. And then we have some more, and we'll go around and get some of those. Let's see, what else do we have here? Have you seen a lot of people wearing these kind of masks? Because some people have germs and we want to be safe. But when I have this on, you can't tell if I'm happy or sad, can you? So here's what I'm gonna do on my mask, and maybe your mommy and daddy, if they have a mask, they can do it too. I'm gonna draw a nice big smile on my mask. so everybody will know that when I wear my mask, you know that I'm happy inside, right? And you can do this with your mask too. A nice big smile. So that just helps everybody to know that you're still happy, even though we're all being safe when we wear the masks. So let's keep going around here and see what else we have over here. Wow, look at all these carrots. And for the mommies and daddies that are watching, this is called an earth box. And you can buy these at a place down by the Ellington Mall. Even though the Ellington Mall is not open right now, you can still get gardening things. If you don't have room in your yard for a vegetable garden, you can put things in an earth box, and they're real easy to work with. And let's see, over here we'll pick some of these big collard greens, grab it at the bottom, push down, snap it off. Look how big that is. That's almost as big as my head. And we put that in the bag, and that's going to go to the food bank. And let's go over here. Look over here what we have. Little flowers, yellow flowers on the tomato plants. And what comes out of yellow flowers? We get little green tomatoes, and then the green tomatoes will grow right out of here where the flower is. And then in about maybe 6 weeks, 2 months, we'll have nice big red tomatoes. So we're gonna pick some of the ones that are over here. Let's grab this one down here. Ooh, that's starting to be a nice orangey red tomato. And so that's gonna get redder and redder in the next few days. And then look over here what we have. Look at all these tomatoes. They're growing and they're nice and green. They came out of their yellow flowers. And we'll get more green tomatoes here, and then they'll grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they'll start to turn red. And when they turn red, we're gonna pick them and take them down to the food bank. So, let's see, what else do we need to do here? We need to feed the plants. When you get hungry, you eat food, and it's been 2 weeks since we fed the plants. They must be really hungry. So, we're gonna fill this with water. There we go, some more water. And this is what they eat. It's blue food. Isn't that silly? They eat blue food. And we're gonna put some of the blue food in the water. And then we're gonna, everybody shake with me. We're gonna shake, 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 shake. We're gonna shake up the food so it all dissolves in the water. Nice mixed up. And then we're gonna put a little bit on each of these tomato plants. And we'll go around and we'll do some of the ones on the other side, because there's lots of plants and they all like the same blue food. And the last one. And that will make the plants grow, and it'll also make the tomatoes grow faster. It'll make the peppers grow faster. I'm gonna put a little bit on this tiny carrot because he needs a little bit more food, in this one too. And that'll help the carrots grow faster too. So remember, we need sun, we need water, and we need food for our vegetables to grow. And you need food and water for you to grow. So we'll have another video next week. The vegetables will keep growing and you keep growing too. So I hope you enjoyed gardening with Mr. Steve. Remember, be nice to your mommy and daddy. And if you have brothers and sisters, be nice to them too, since everybody's stuck in the house together. See you next time. Bye.